Today on Toy Shiz, Brendan Fraser's got his work cut out for him. Let's talk toys. Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today, we are totally checking out the brand new Universal Monsters Boris Karloff's, aka The Mummy, by NECA Toys. This is the colorized version, or live in technicolor version if you wanted to go that route. But the side of the box shows a nice photo of the mummy, and you get nice photos of the back with all his various accessories and whatnot. And you open up the box and you get to see a mummy, a photo of the mummy, and here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure. And here's the barcode as well for when these start hitting store shelves. So this is going to be a blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new Boris Karloff as The Mummy, live in glorious Technicolor by NECA Toys. And of course, here is everything taken out of the packaging, and I have to say, it's a pretty solid looking mummy action figure. NECA's been doing a great job with these Universal Monsters thus far. So you get two bandages, right, which I really like. They're very rubbery, they're painted nicely, but it is kind of cool just having some extra bandages kind of falling off him as he's walking, he's lurching forward. It just really works within the context. Gives a little bit more dramatic presence for your shelf, right? And then you get two extra head portraits along with another, so you get three total. But this one's more of the like, oh, I've just woken up kind of mummy head portrait right there. Beautifully painted all the way around. The eyes are fantastic. I love the mouth, how it's just kind of shaped just like that. The jaw is just over to the side, but he has that decrepitness to it. Very grays, a little bit of purple, just to kind of bring out a little bit of life in him. Same with this head portraits, but this one is more like he's just kind of opening up his eyes. He hasn't had his morning ka-amet, right? Yeah, they're very spot on. Again, NECA's doing a great job nailing the likeness with these. Now, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, I got two right hands. At first I thought, oh, maybe the ring was different. No, they're just kind of painted differently. That's all it is. So yeah, make sure when you get your copy, you get in the store, you open up the box, flap, and make sure you have all the right parts and pieces, because yeah, it's a bummer, yeah, when you don't get the correct pieces. But this is actually my favorite accessory. So I'm a big history fan, particularly like Egyptian culture, right? So this is a Egyptian chest, and it's cool. They've included the Thoth god. He's a guy that's got the head of an ibis. It's a bird found around Egypt, and very ornate, very cool, very simple, but it has some nice little writing on top and inside. This is cool as well. It's usually stored, you could put all kinds of trinkets in canopic jars if you wanted to, but NECA has included a very cool, we'll say papyrus, even though it's a piece of paper, printing of the weighing of the souls. So you have Anubis and Thoth, and they're weighing all the souls of the Egyptian afterlife, and it's a really nice little add-on right there. So very cool. So you can roll it right back up and, include it back in the chest, which fits nicely, or you can put the extra hands, or you can go the Gwyneth Paltrow route and stick a head or two in there. So basically, it's like an accessory holder, like a little foot locker for your mummy. And speaking of said mummy, yeah, NECA has once again done a great job in capturing the likeness of these old movie monsters. They're brought back to life again, so to speak. Really nice wash all over him. Really nice, just attention to detail, right? I know big Universal Monster fans will see things that I don't see, but for me, it's great. And you open up his arms, and you get him kind of opening his eyes. He's doing the yawn thing, right? Just give him a little stretch, right? Make that articulation work for you, which he does have in spades, right? You wouldn't think a mummy could stretch as hard as he could, but yeah, he can do a lot of great things. Now, I will tell you, with the neck is double jointed, so you can get him going all the way down, and that looks pretty cool, right? He's doing the whole sombering, creeching thing. But if you get him going back, it will get kind of gappy. Just something to point out. A lot of people don't really like that, right? But an overall articulation happiness, I mean, I think he'd be pretty solid. He's got double jointed elbows, the wrist spins, he's got bicep, all the kind of articulation you would expect from a 1,000-year-old mummy, right? Except he's got mummy breath, so you can definitely cover his mouth if you want. I like how they painted the hands, right? It's that purple, very decrepit sort of coloring. He's got the rings painted on him. As far as like a mummy ab crunch, I mean, yeah, he's got some movement there. It's not gonna go all the way, but it definitely works. He can kick out to the side. The diaper on him, it doesn't look weird. I don't know. It's like it does, it doesn't. It's not like a McFarlane diaper by any means. You know what I'm talking about, Nightwing. but it's this kind of thing. But he does have single jointed knees. They'll spin at the knee, and not so much a thigh swivel, but he will rotate more at the hips with the feet and the rocker. And right here, I totally thought that this part would move. It's just the way it's sculpted. It's the way the bandage kind of folds. It looks like an articulation point, but as you can see on the other side, it doesn't have it. So nice little, it fooled me, right? I'm admitting that on camera. But in either case, yeah, it's just a really well done Universal movie monster mummy. And when you go ahead and you want to photograph this guy, you put some bandages all over him. He's billowing, right? He's walking towards you. He's going to do the life-draining move, whatever. It's just pretty dang cool, I gotta say. He displays well, like he just walked right out of the bathroom, like, hey man, you got a little thing on your foot right there. But you pose him with the chest, right? Oh man, all these years, I forgot the combination to my chest. Where are my car keys? I locked him in the chest. Or you can have him posing just like a GQ model, right? The latest scarf fashion, mummy bandage wrappings. I hear that's in for this summer 2022. What am I talking about at this point? Just display him just like this, and I think you'll be A-okay for your shelf. Now, in height-wise comparison for the other Universal monsters released thus far, yeah, I guess it works, right? I totally accept that the mummy would be shorter than the Wolfman, who's shorter than Frankenstein. So there you go. It's really cool. Plus, you play some music, and they all just bust into a monster mash. This is where these really shine for me. I have a blast with these. That's a lot of fun right there. And like I said with the Wolfman video, I do like the colored versions better. They just tend to go with more things, more fun with photos and such. But just for the sake of it, here's the black and whites, and they all kind of go together. Anyways, put them with the new Universal Monsters TMNT figures. Michelangelo's going to be the mummy. That'll be definitely fun when he comes out. Or heck, put him with Elvira. Even though Elvira's at the 8-inch mark, it's still a nice Halloween setup for when the time comes. Frankenstein, come on, man. And of course, I don't have a lot of mummies in my collection, but here's the best one so far, the real Ghostbusters Kenner mummy. And just a little bit of a tie-in, right, with the whole Egyptian thing. Moon Knight is coming to Disney Plus, so he's entirely too small, but here he is next to this new The Mummy. That's gonna wrap it up for my look at the brand new NECA Toys' Universal Monsters Technicolored, live in color, The Mummy action figure. And they have announced a upcoming accessory set. Comes with a sarcophagus and various other Egyptian ruins that will go nicely with your mummy figures should you choose to get that. That comes out in a little bit. If I get a hold of one, yeah, we'll totally look at them. It goes well probably with the Ninja Turtle set as well for Mummy Michelangelo. But in either case, he's got great articulation. I would say some of it maybe in the neck gets kind of gappy, but that's not really a problem. I like all the accessories. They nailed the head portraits. But be sure when you get them in store to make sure you got the appropriate parts, because I got 2 right hands and that's just a bummer. Of course, stickler detail, I got to go exchange it and get a different one. But as always, I'm curious to know what you guys think about these new Universal Monster figures. What do you think about the Mummy? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything the Mummy. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, in all seriousness, though, as much as I like the old-fashioned Universal Monsters, if they ever did the Brendan Fraser, just the first Mummy, let's just keep it right at that. Well, I would totally be into that. Imhotep, right? That was a great movie. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.